So hello everyone, in this video we are going to create this type of UI for a login page. So for that we need to get some dependencies. Okay, we want Flutter SVG and Google fonts included in our pubspec.yaml file. So for that go to pub.dev and in that search for Google fonts. Select the first option available and copy this dependency and paste it in the pubspec.yaml file. And you have to do the same thing for this Flutter_SVG dependency. You have to copy this and paste it here in the pubspec.yaml file. Now, one more thing I did is that I created a folder here named as assets, and in that folder I included this background image which you are seeing of this pattern. I included an SVG which is this symbol of login. So what I'll do is that I'll paste the link of both these items in the description. After creating the folder, you have to include that folder too here in the Flutter. So for that I wrote here assets and below that assets slash. Now coming to our main.dart file, we have to import the material.dart. So I'll write here material.dart. The next thing you need to import is that you need to import Flutter SVG package, svg.dart. And the last package to involve is Google Fonts package, googlefonts.dart. So here we are done with importing the packages. The next thing we need to do is that we need to create a main function named as run app. And inside that we are going to set the material app, and inside that we are going to set the home as login page. So next thing we need to do is that we will create a stateless widget named as login page, like this. Now inside our login page, first I am going to remove the super.key, and after that I am going to return a container. Inside that container I am going to set the decoration as constant, box decoration, take the image, decoration image, inside the bracket set the image as asset image and paste the link to our assets folder, loginbg.jpg, because that is what I have named my image here. So let's run this much of code. Okay, so this is what we have created till now. Now the next thing we are going to do is that we are going to remove these black patches on the top and the bottom of the screen. For that I am going to write here fit boxfit.fit height. So what it will do is that it will acquire the entire height of the screen. Okay, so now you can see the changes here. Next thing what we are going to do is that we are going to add the child to our container. And in that child we are going to set the scaffold. In that scaffold we are going to set the background color as transparent, colors.transparent. In the body of the scaffold we are going to set the center, and inside the center we are going to set the child as single child scroll view. Inside that we are going to set the child as column, and in the column we are going to set the children as text, login, and in the style of the text we are going to set Google Fonts.Caution script. We are going to set the color as colors.black and set the font size as 50 and font weight as font weight .w900. Okay, the next thing we are going to do is that we are going to add the sized box and set its height as 20, like this. After the sized box we are going to set the container and set the padding as constant edge insets okay from LTRB. We are going to set it as left as 60, top as 10, then right as 60 and bottom as 10. Inside its child, we are going to set the constant text field. And inside that we are going to set the decoration, input decoration, field color, colors.gray and filled as true. So what this field will do is that it will fill the text field with the color we have chosen, which is gray here. Now we are going to set the border here and select the outline input border and select the border side. Okay, I selected the radius here. I'm going to select the border side with 2.0. Next thing I am going to do is that I am going to set the hint text and set it as email. And then I am going to set the hint style to set the text style of email, and for that I am going to select text style, inside that color, colors.gray. Okay, wait a second, let's choose another shade. I have one shade with me which is this one. And for our background color also we have this shade. Okay, so for now we have created this text field of email. We want to create the same text field for our password. So for that I am going to copy this whole container and I am going to paste it. And instead of setting the hint text as email, I am going to set it as password. And because it is a password, we want this text field to set the obscure text as true. So what it means is that it will hide whatever we type and set it as the black dot like this. See, so basically obscure text is used to hide the text that we type. Okay, so we are done with both our text fields. Now after the container gets over, I am going to set a row and set its main axis alignment as center. Now inside its children, I am going to set the text and I am going to keep it don't have an account. This is the first text and I am going to set its style as text style, font size 15, font weight dot W400. Okay, and I am going to copy this text and paste it below it and set the text as register. Also I am going to apply the space before the register, and here I am going to set the font size as 16, font weight as W500 and set its color as color.from_ARGB 255 to 4174. After the row gets over, I am going to set the size box and set its height as 20. After that I am going to create a container, set its padding as same as 60, 10, 60, 10 and I am going to set the height as 60, width as $infinity, child as elevated button, tile elevated button dot style from background color as color dot from ARGB 255, 0, 162 and 255 again. Then I am going to set the child as row main axis alignment dot center, children, set the children as text, set the text as login, style, text style, set the color as color dot from ARGB 255, 252, 252 and 252. Set the font size as 25. After this text, I am going to set the svg picture.asset, and inside that I am going to give the path of assets login sym.svg, because that is the name of our svg file. Okay. I know the error is showing. It is because we still haven't given the onPressed method to our elevated button. In the svg picture, we are going to set the height as 20. Okay, so we are done with it. And now in the onPressed method, we are going to set it as an empty function. Okay, so we are done with the code. Now let's run it. Okay, so this is how you can create a beautiful login page. So yes, this was it from today's video. If you want more this kind of videos, then let me know in the comment section. See you all in the next one.